We are going to be making our effects of the Crimean War ebook. It's a pretty simple process as long as you follow the simple steps that I'm going to outline. But before we get into how to make it, let's look at what it looks like. Here's my example copy. As you can see, my title page has a full image. I have my title and my name. I included another blank page here just so that I could have the pages line up and I wouldn't have a weird kind of uneven book. I also included a background image of old parchment so that my book would look really cool. And once you scroll to the next slide, you actually see my book. I have my title up here. My first effect is increased nationalism. Here I explain how that caused or how increased nationalism was affected by the Crimean War. I have an image showing people going to war with each other. I have isolationism as my second effect. Again, I have a bit of a description here. I've got some cartoons that show British isolationism and a graph of the deaths that occurred in the Crimean War, which was a big factor in British isolationism. Again, I've got increased militarism, showing my military, and changing maps and borders with my explanation and my map. This is my entire ebook. It's a pretty quick and easy process. It's just a matter of getting it all done. So let's look at how we're going to do this process. First thing you need to do is do your drive. I'll open up a new drive here, drive.google.com. Once we're in Drive, you're going to go to New. It's going to ask you multiple things. And if your computer is not as slow as mine, you'll open up Google, because we're going to be creating this ebook in Google Slides. So just your average normal Google slide presentation will come up just like you would do if you were creating a presentation for another assignment. But instead of leaving it with this formatting, we're going to change the formatting by going to File, Page Setup, Custom. I'm going to change that to 8.5 by 11. So it's File, Page Setup, Custom, 8.5 by 11. And now we have the size of paper to create our book. So the first thing to do is look up some images for the Crimean War. Let's get a nice image for our title page because that requires a full-size image, meaning it takes up the entire page. And I'll choose this one. Copy image, paste it into here. And now I'm going to drop my image. This one's a little bit blurry. Make sure you choose images that are not blurry, that are properly sized. Okay, now I need a title, so I'm going to include text box. And I'll type my title. Effects of the Crimean War. Now, that's a little bit difficult to see, so we're going to make that larger and bold. I'm going to change the way it's formatted. And it's still a little bit hard to see. And what we can do to fix that is go over to our paint bucket, choose the color that we want to fill. Actually, we go to custom. We can choose our color here. I'm going to go with a gray and mess with the transparency. So now I've got a semi-transparent box that shows through so I can still see the picture, but you can also see my title. Don't forget to include your name. Okay. So once I have my title page completed, I just go over here, new page. Now, if you want, you can include a blank page so that when you look at your book, it's not going to have awkward numbers. So the next part of this is just adding your text. So the first effect of the Crimean War was increased. I believe it was nationalism. And so now I was about text. Now you'll notice in my book, I've got text that wraps around my images. The way I do that is by creating two text boxes. So I'll have a text box here and a text box here. So then I can make it look like it wraps around. I include an image. Here's an image of purposes. And make sure the image is large so I can see it. I know it seems like a lot of writing, but in my ebook that I created, I was using size 20 for font. So it seemed like a lot of writing, but it's not actually that much writing. You're going to do this for each of your other pages. If you want to follow the same format, just click here and duplicate your slide. And then you have the same thing, and you just need to change a few things here or there. Thank you very much. Have a good day.